Hello and welcome to Sean JCW Gaming. This is episode 7 of our Let's Play through Dark Souls. Been a while since I made the last video. I've just been, busy and stuff and things. Not really had the time. Also been not feeling the best, but I am much better now, much brighter and much less busy. It's the weekend and I have time to make another episode, so I shall. Warning before we go and do this video, it could be extremely laggy. Like, my laptop is not the best, but we are going to Blighttown and it is adequately named because it is just like an infectious blight. It just like goes in and it feels like your laptop is diseased or your computer. Anyway, I'm gonna head there, but first I think this guy has something to say. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna talk to him.
Why, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you?
Yes.
You never give up, do you?
Nope.
I don't know how you do it. Well, don't stop now. Only one more, but it's going to be suicide.
So, with that little bright insight into where we're going, it is basically suicide, because you feel yourself dying when you are there. You're about to find out. So, hopefully this video won't be a complete disaster, and it will be, at least watchable. There's that dude from before. I'm just going to come down here. Also, I should mention, I'm back at Firelink Shrine. We're in the depths. You probably want to go back down to Firelink Shrine and head this way if you've got the Master Key. If you don't have the Master Key, you need to go through Blighttown through a different way. But I ain't going through that way because I do not want to go through all of Blighttown. I'm taking the shortcut. And unfortunately, you can buy the Master Key in the game, but you have to defeat the boss in Blighttown before you can buy it. So it's really inconvenient. But anyway, we're going to continue on. So we're getting a sneak peek of kind of one of the later levels, or later sections of the game, I should say, because Dark Souls doesn't really have levels. It's actually getting a bit laggy here. This is New Londo Ruins, and as you can see, some crazy... I'm just... just kill him. Don't feel bad about it. Just murder these helpless undead and move on with your life because they don't have one. Anyway, where we actually want to come is just I came out of those stairs here and it's just right next to these stairs. Come up here and this gate here, if you don't have the Master Key you can't open it, but if you do have the Master Key, this is basically going into... This is basically I was doing Blighttown backwards. So before you would have to enter from a different direction, go down a lot, and then along, and then you would defeat the boss, and then come back up this way that I'm about to go down. Now, strangely enough, Blighttown is pretty bad itself, but see this section of the game, this little tunnel here, surprisingly smooth. I say that and then it jerks a bit, but anyway, we're going to come across a new enemy type which can be slightly annoying. It's much more annoying when you go into Blighttown the standard way because not only do you have to fight these guys, but you're also on a bridge in which they can knock you off the edge. As you can see, this direction is so much better because, yeah, they can knock you about, but they can't actually hit you off the edge or anything, so it's fine. We're just going to sneak up behind this guy. I'm not actually sure... I don't want to fight both these guys at once. Oh, hello. But I guess I'm going to fight both these guys at once. That is not how I wanted this to go. It's fine. Just throw fireballs. We'll be fine because the boss we're about to fight is actually a fire-based boss. So, I don't feel bad about wasting these fireballs. And if they keep growling like that, that's perfect. Because that saves me the hassle of actually having to deal with them. They're dead. That was not how I wanted to go, but we'll pick up the item they drop, and they give you some dung pie. Basically, that is poo. You can fling it at enemies, or in fact people online, and it will infect them and make them poisoned. Actually, in saying that, I need to check my inventory. Okay, I do have some purple moss clumps. That's important. If you don't have some purple moss clumps, you might have spoken to the merchant who sells you moss. Definitely buy a couple of purple moss clumps because you're going to need them. And I completely forgot there was another guy here. See if I can sneak up behind him and backstab him. I don't even know if you can backstab these guys. Well, anyway, that's not how you do it. Can you backstab these guys? Yeah, you can. Just stab him in the butt. That backstab also caused bleed, so that just pretty much ruined his day. You're dead. Okay, and now we move on. What does this message say? Try eliminating one at a time. Thanks for the advice, but I came through backwards, so that sound doesn't actually help me. But that is good advice. You don't really want to be fighting two of them at once. I know I did, but yeah, I stopped there because I was just thinking to myself, I'm slightly optimistic because usually even by this point the screen is starting to tear up, and it's not actually too bad right now. If you don't have, yeah, if you're coming back up, you won't be able to get that through that door that I just came through unless you actually get that key. So just if you went through Blighttown the regular way because you want to experience the fullness of the game, that's fair enough. Blighttown, I went through it the first time. I didn't actually mind it too much. It's actually this bit of the... It's just an inconvenience. Anyway, make sure you get that key regardless if you don't have the master key and you have to come through it the normal way. We're going to continue on. And this is another enemy we fight. These guys aren't actually too bad. You know, 3 swings of my Uchi Katana and they will die. That's not too bad. The annoying thing about them is if you're used to relying on pyromancy, well, they are highly resistant to fire and stuff, so they also breathe fire at you, but usually I kill them before they get a chance. We're about to experience a really annoying enemy in the game though. As you can see, it's starting to slow down a wee bit. And it's those mosquitoes right there. They do not do a lot of damage, but they infect you with poison, and it's really annoying because they're also very hard to hit. Because they fly about, they can usually be above you and you won't actually be able to hit them with your sword. But that's why I like to have a bow and arrow, because you can just pull your bow and arrow out and start killing them. And also I forgot there was this thing here, so we're just going to kill this. And I usually come down this ladder and that thing isn't as close as there. It seems to be alert today, you know. It seems to be wanting to kill me ever so slightly more than it usually does. One cool thing about this place, and actually this is surprisingly smooth. Like as I said, I came through here, it's laggy, but compared to how it usually is, it's actually remarkably good. One cool thing about this place, as I was gonna say, is this elevator. It's actually kind of neat. But yeah, the thing that causes the biggest problem in this place is that water down there. I don't know what it is, I don't know what the developers of the game did to that water, but it just brings death to screens. As you can see, we are slowing down a remarkable amount here. But if I look up to the sky, it's not actually as bad as looking down at the ground. So I'm going to look up for most of this. That is going to be, I am aware, not the best thing to look at, but it means this video won't, the thing is, if you slow down too much, then it comes up with a message saying, oh, frame rate insufficient for online play. I don't want that to come up, because that means I have to quit the game and restart it again to get back online. And I suppose going online right now isn't the biggest deal. The bonfire is over here. It's not the biggest deal to me right now. I usually don't actually rest at this bonfire. I just go and fight the boss and then use a homeward bone to just teleport out of this place. But since I won't actually record me coming out of this place, it doesn't really matter. I suppose I can just sit through it. There is actually a summon sign there. I'm quite tempted to summon someone to help me fight this boss, but I came here because I do want to fight this invader. Because I want them to help me fight the boss. If you defeat this person, then they will appear at the boss door and help you with the boss battle. And the boss, it isn't too hard, but it can just take quite a while. And I don't really want to summon someone else in to help, just in case they absolutely own it. I want it to be kind of an epic battle, but I do want to speed it up a wee bit, and that's what this girl here will help us do. I'm pretty sure it's a girl. I don't see too many guys dressing like that these days. Although, if you do, I suppose that's your thing, and I can't judge it too much. That's why I love bows. It just makes these guys so much easier to deal with. Trust me, without those bows, they can be ridiculously annoying. So we're going to pick this up. The last invader we fought down in the depths, I actually forgot to pick his stuff up. I did eventually go back for it. But there we go, we got 3 humanity and a butcher's knife, and also 1 more humanity added to our counter. I'm not sure why my humanity is so high. I think it's because I did actually light that bonfire. I haven't rested at it yet, so I can still do my homeward bone teleport out trick. But just in case I die against this boss, I do kind of want to rest up, because I don't want to have to go back from Firelink Shrine all the way down here again. I don't mind walking out as long as it's not being recorded. So again, let's just look up at the sky. I forgot where my train of thought was going. Oh yeah, I had my humanity counter so high because I was actually just kind of... Oh gosh. that slowed down quite a bit. I was actually just farming the, like, slimy things. Me and my brother call them the sliding jobbies. But I don't think that's a popular name for them. But yeah, they're down to the depths, and you can farm them for large titanite shards. And I was doing that for quite a while, just to upgrade this a wee bit. I think it's a +4 right now. It never took me too long. It was just like, oh, the other thing I did was I fought the dragon, the boss. I did some co-op and fought the boss a few times so that I could upgrade my pyromancy quite a bit, and I never upgraded it enough. I wanted it to be +10, but that's fine. You'll see why I wanted it to be +10 in a second, but I'm just going to kind of run across here and look up because I don't want this game to crash. Actually, you know what? It's not too bad. It is not too bad. It is slow and it is a little bit laggy, but it is not too bad. I can actually like look down at this water and it's like, you know, it's alright. Just trust me, in comparison to what I'm used to, this is quite the delightful sight. Yes, this lady here, she did actually show up. She's not supposed to show up unless you have pyromancy +10, as far as I'm aware, but we're going to talk to her anyway.
A mere undead, yet you can see me. Fascinating. I am Quelana of Izadeth. I am not often revealed to walkers of flesh. You have a gift. Are you too one who seeks my pyromancy, like Solomon?
Yes, I am.
Yes, of course. It should be expected. Very well. You shall be my pupil, but to pursue my pyromancy, you must give something up. Are you prepared to do this?
She always says you need to give something up, but she never actually asks you to give anything up, aside from souls. But let's modify our equipment. I can actually upgrade this one more. The thing is, once you get to pyromancy +15, that's the furthest it can go if you talk to any other pyromancers in the game. There are 3 in which you can upgrade your pyromancy. This lady here is very important because she allows you to send your pyromancy to like it starts again at 1 and then goes all the way up to 5 again in this like super pyromancy. The difference is, like, you can see I can't actually, well, bring my mouse on screen for a second. This bit that says 40 here, actually I think I got my cursor invisible, so it doesn't matter. This bit that says 40 on there in the pyromancy, that goes up to 60. Also, I am being poisoned and dying, so I better continue on before this actually becomes a problem. Another thing is, you can just buy lots of pyromancy from her, but I'm not going to do that right now.
Whatever you do not crack and go hollow, lest my time spent on you be wasted.
I shall try my best, my dear. I like her. She's a nice NPC. And also she's very, very useful, but it is slowing down a remarkable amount. Large titanite shard. I'm going to ignore that thing there, and I'm just going to, like, roll my way to victory. It's the way you do things. I am still human, so that's good. That thing is following me quite closely. That's fine. I'm coming over as far right as possible because, as you can see over there, there's some troll dudes with some boulders. They will take those boulders and smash you over the face with them if you get too close to them. So I just kind of like to stick as far right as possible and just kind of ignore them. They can be exceptionally annoying. Okay, so we're very, very close to our next boss. Just in here. There's like one enemy we come to before the boss, but we don't actually have to fight them. And that's, what do these signs say? Try stabbing in the back. Don't try stabbing these guys in the back. These things are just annoying because, like, you attack them and then they burst open and then all these worms come out, and if the worms infect you, I believe you can end up getting those eggs on your back, which is not good. And also, I'm about to die. So I should probably do this. But you see, the thing is, like, if you don't have any purple wasp clumps, you can just wait for the poison to go out and then just heal yourself up. But I suppose, I do want to be at full health, kinda. I shouldn't have talked to that woman for so long while I was, like, being poisoned to death, but oh well. You do, because this boss that we're about to fight can actually do a lot of damage. Now, I'm going to summon this person in, and quickly I'm just going to make 100% sure that Fraps is definitely recording, because I do not want to go through this boss fight and then find out it didn't record, because that would just be disastrous. So I will summon this person and rejoin you in just a moment. So, After checking that Fraps was working perfectly fine, I was happy to confirm that yes, everything recorded correctly. But you may be thinking to yourself right now, Sean, things look a little different. What's up? Well, my good friend, that is because it is now 4.5 hours later since I recorded that first part of the video, and I'm still trying to record this boss fight. After Fraps worked fine for the first half, tried to record the boss fight, didn't happen on that character. I thought, fine, I've got a character who's just past the Bell Tower Gargoyles, I can play up to this point, record it with that character, it'll be fine, it's just one boss fight. So I did it with that character, and it didn't work again, so that was me done for the day. I will summon this person in the meantime while I'm ranting. That was me done for the day. I was just going to give it a rest, just, you know, because twice for that to happen. I can record it the next day, it'll be fine when I'm not so annoyed, but I decided to give it one more go today, so I had to make a new character from scratch and play all the way through the game until I got to this point. But not all the way through the game, I actually just took a massive shortcut, basically to save myself about 4 hours of gameplay. Instead of getting the Uchi Katana, playing it through the gargoyles and all that, I haven't even fought the gargoyles. I just went and got the Drake Sword and killed that dragon for some souls, leveled up quickly, and here I am with Mildred. And we're going to fight this boss, and hopefully it will record this time, otherwise I'm going to have to do all this again. To be fair, it only took me 40 minutes to get from the start of the game to this point right now, using that shortcut. But still, that's 40 minutes I would not like to repeat. So, I'll let you enjoy the cutscene. So this is Big Fiery Spider Lady, otherwise known as Quelaag, and this is our next boss. The boss is not too difficult, and trust me, using this Drake Sword does not make it any easier than it was going to be with the Uchi Katana. If anything, it makes it slightly more difficult because I'm more used to the Uchi Katana's moveset. They do roughly the same damage. The Drake Sword probably does a little bit more, but it's not that big a difference, so I didn't mind getting that. The compensation, of course, is that my Estus Flask is not a +1, it's just the standard Estus Flask because I never got to the section of the game. I only fought the Taurus Demon, fought the dragon on that bridge, and then headed straight down to Blighttown. The other compensation is I've never had a chance to pick up a better shield past the the wooden shield that you get inside that room. So I'm just using that right now. So, just because I'm using a Drake Sword does not make this fight easy. As you can see, I've hit this person a fair few times and it's not actually doing that much damage. Another thing is, like, people say the Drake Sword is ridiculously overpowered. It is early game, but once you get to this point in the game, it's about as good as any other weapon you could get. And then once you get to Analondo and stuff, it's just worse, and it doesn't get any better from here. Drake Sword is not a good weapon at all. Moveset is not very... oh gosh. Let's just try and get back. It's a big area of effect move that can do a heck of a lot of damage, and I don't want to get in the way of it. Especially since, like, usually I would just shield these kind of things, but as you can see, even through my shield, it does a staggering amount of damage. Because I don't have much of a shield, and I'm going to dodge into this. So I'm kind of relying on my dodge skills to get me through this. And that is not a good thing to be relying on, trust me. I would feel much more comfortable if just I had a better shield, because look, next hit could kill me. And the other thing to keep in mind is I just don't have as much health and stuff as I used to, because I've not leveled up as much. And the other character, my strength is only 14, this is 16, so that's 2 levels I would have used for health and endurance that I haven't been able to, not to mention just the fact that I am a lower level as a result of having to, like, rush through the game really quickly. And the other thing that is really concerning me is I'm running out of Estus flasks really quickly, and Quelaag is not quite dead. Like, I came into this fight with 6 Estus flasks, I've used half them, and Quelaag is not half dead. That's a problem. I don't want that pattern to continue, because otherwise I'm going to have to fight this boss again. But maybe that's a good thing, because maybe this has decided to not record again. Mildred, it'd be really great if you could do stuff. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I'm just hoping the second half of this fight goes a little better than the first half, otherwise we're going to be in a lot of trouble, and I'm just kind of wanting to back off quite quickly. That attack there has a wide range, and you've seen how much damage it does. I'm just wanting to heal up. Not having the upgraded Estus flask makes this a lot harder, trust me. And I forgot to kindle the bonfire in Blighttown, so I came in here basically with the amount of Estus flasks I got left Firelight Shrine with. Oh gosh, back off. Normally I would just kind of tank the damage from the area of effect attacks, but I cannot afford to do that in this fight, just because of the shield I've got. It doesn't soak up any of the damage at all, really. And if I don't shield against one of those attacks, it's pretty much going to kill me in one hit. But it's fine, because Quelaag is nearly dead. Mildred has... Oh gosh. I can still die here, don't take that out of your minds. And Mildred has a really good chance of dying too here. It's a shame, like, you get someone, like, if you summon people to help you online, Quelaag's nearly dead, this is good. Quelaag's dead, thank you Mildred, you delivered the final blow, which took a little bit of the glory away from me, but, you know, I'll let you have it, you did a good job. That is not the move I thought it was going to be, or the emote I thought it was going to be. Yeah, anyway, if you have another player online summoned in, you can use your Estus and it will heal them a wee bit, but sadly there's no way to heal Mildred or any of the other NPC summons you get. But anyway, that was Quelaag. So that fight was not nearly as laggy as I thought it was going to be. That's good. And we made it through it. Hopefully this is recorded. I'm going to be so annoyed if it hasn't. Because that's about an hour I've invested into this. This is just an extra hour that I could have spent doing many more things, and instead I spent it trying to re-record something I'd already recorded but didn't work. But anyway, I'm going to stop moaning. I'm actually going to shut up entirely and just let you watch this cutscene, because of course the whole reason we came down here was to ring the second bell of awakening, and here it is. Oh, I am so silly. Because I haven't rung the first bell of awakening, you don't actually get to see the proper cutscene. I'm silly, but I'll just tell you what happens. Basically, once you ring both bells, Golem gets awakened and he sort of pulls some chains and a big door opens. And that is basically the next area of the game you unlock by doing that. So that's what the Bells of Awakening were for, to awaken this golem to open this door so I could get to the next area, which is nowhere near where I'm supposed to complete my task. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird they would say, like, ring the 2 Bells of Awakening, that is your quest, but it's not actually your quest, it's just the beginning of your quest. Anyway, I jumped down that hole. Sensible person would use the stairs. Where's the fun in that? And of course, we're going to come over here. I say of course, but illusory wall. That is what I'm trying to say. This is actually quite an important illusory wall, and I didn't know about it the first time I played through the game. I totally was watching someone else play through it, and they showed me it. But it is quite useful because in here, they were just fought Quelaag.
Oh dear, what have we here?
Actually, we're going to talk to this guy first.
New servant?
Yes, I am a new servant.
But you have no eggs. No matter. Go along and have audience with our fair lady. I pray that you will mind your manners.
This is the worst guard ever. I mean, seriously, it's just like, oh, are you one of us? And I was just like, yeah. It's like, you don't look like us, but sure, come on in. Fine. Like, I could be an assassin coming to murder the fair lady, and you would never know. You just let me in, just let me kill her. I could kill her right now. What are you gonna do? Anyway, this, we saw Quelaag. This is Quelaag's sister. She doesn't actually have a name. She's just referred to as the fair lady, I think. If you have a, she doesn't say much. If you have a ring called the Old Witch's Ring or something like that, you can actually speak to her and she'll think you're Quelaag. It's quite interesting. It's just a nice little bit of lore. You can pick that item at the start of the game. There is another way to get it, but I can't remember quite how. Anyway, I'm going to enter this covenant before I end the video. Again, she doesn't say much, but yes, I shall join this covenant. Reason I am showing this off is because... Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. You get a great case, but Chaos Fireball. This is a very good pyromancy. One of my favorite pyromancies. It's sort of like a big fireball that does a lot of damage, hence Great Fireball. Well, it's got Great Fireball in it. It does the same damage as Great Fireball, but the Chaos part means it like leaves a pool of lava on the ground, so not only does it do direct damage, but once the person is standing in the lava, they don't get out of it, it deals extra damage, so it's really good. And obviously that does an area of effect thing. Anyway, I am going to stop talking, and I'm going to hope that this has worked this time. I do not want to do all that again. I really, really don't. But anyway, let's hope it's worked. If it has, you will be watching this right now, and we will all be happy. And I will see you in the next episode where we'll go to the next section of the game that we unlocked but didn't actually unlock in this character. Anyway, next part of the game is probably my favourite part of the game, like my favourite area of the game. We got a lot of exciting stuff in his head, so if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It really helps out a lot, and hopefully I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.